Hey guys, welcome back to D&D with Filthy and Friends. A quick recap of last episode. We viciously manipulated the toddler intelligence ogre into pummeling the Umber Hulk for us. Steve had a bit of an in-character breakdown, and he is now questioning morality and his meaning in this world. But most of us are relatively satisfied with the efficient use of resources and removing 2 threats with one great stone. So we'll continue playing from there. Where the Umber Hulk is dead, the Guardian Ogre is dead, the Guardian Ogre's friends are dead, and we have access now to the bottom of this, or at least this level of the monastery. And I think, so I think we're good to go. During the break, we were thinking of what other things Sniven could have said to Jurth on his dying rounds with the vicious mockery, but we may or may not share that as we go on. We'll see about Steve's sensitivities. We don't want to be too cruel. So let's get going here. So
we'll include that on the blooper reel, will we?
Yeah, the blooper reel. So what are we up to? I think we wanted to see what this obelisk and do you already have like a morning Jurth like helmet on, like hat on? Is this like remember Jurth on the front of that or something? No? Okay. Are we gonna go check out this obelisk over here, or this dirt and stone?
Well, do any of the dead bodies around here have anything useful? I mean, that's right. Like, come on, you gotta loot, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Is Jurth carrying any coin?
In his loincloth?
Anything sentimental that he might have that we could take? Pictures of his family, mother.
The pacifier in his pouch,
right? Like his humanitarian, like his reward letter for thanking him for his humanitarian efforts, or something like that.
I think Adam's muted.
I'm muted. He's got a set of keys. Jesus Christ! I've said that 4 times.
He has a set of keys. Okay.
All right. Okay, set of keys there. What about? We already decided the Umber Hulk probably doesn't have. What about the guys with him? I can't remember the Aurochs with him. They have
there's
any...
3 great axes. That's the best thing you could take from that.
Okay.
Want to take those?
I don't think so. I think we wanted to just take a look around this dirt area. Can you describe this for us a little bit differently, or a little better, or just remind us? Sorry, not to imply that you haven't described it before. I just don't remember. So.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So the room on the right-hand side of the bars, right? That's what you're after?
Just actually the area with the stone and the dirt, mostly, but yeah. And the door. So is this...
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Just because we haven't had time to, like, really look at why this is different, that's all.
Sure. That makes sense. And I think when I first described it, it was like when you just entered the monastery and you kind of peered down, right? So...
Yeah, we looked at it from halfway down the staircase, so we didn't get a good sense of it, really.
So, the floor of this large chamber consists of a loose red earth. A column of natural stone stands near the middle of the room, and a row of sturdy iron bars with a sliding cage door, currently shut. Walls off the western port, so it's currently open now. A door of iron plates used to stand in the western wall behind the bars, while the similar door exits to the east. And then there's the set of stairs that's now turned into a slide.
Okay. You guys want to check this door now, or you want to go southwest and come back?
We're here.
All right.
Yeah, we're here. Let's have a look.
Okay.
So I'm going to carefully examine why this patch of dirt is different, and then assuming nothing is... Well, go ahead, guys. Run across it. Assuming nothing else is dangerous...
I'll check for traps.
Good.
Okay, sure. So, that's from your like stonework ability, isn't it? That's not based on any rolls or anything. That's just like your innate ability. Is that right?
Right.
So you know that this, it just looks like they hadn't finished paving essentially. So this is like the actual earth beneath the monastery, and these big slabs, they've been put down, or maybe this could also be perhaps the other way, where the slabs have been pulled up. And you can't really tell whether they've been removed or whether they need to be put back, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So I lied to you. It is a roll, and I would like to use that roll on the center pillar and find out if it is in fact natural or if it's been raised by earth magic or any of those sorts of things.
And if I recall correctly, Thaddeus is an avid gardener in his off time. So like the dirt, he might be able to tell us something planted here. Is it about to bloom? Will there be like, edible foods soon? Anything like that.
Okay.
What?
Help him with your backstory, man.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
So, examining the pillar, you know that was definitely part of the Moradin sort of sacred structure. You can remember vividly part of that memory that I described to you, this room. And you can also tell that there used to be flagstones here that even had sort of maybe dwarven runes and symbols on, and they've been removed.
All right. So this is part of the restoration effort that we'll need done.
Okay. Yeah.
If you were going to, put it back to its original form, yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you. Are there any carvings in this pillar, or it's just a holy pillar of some sort?
No, it just looks like it's worn away over time, but it's...
any graffiti carvings?
It was probably, like, as thick as this, but it's slowly worn away, over time, perhaps from fighting or from just general deterioration.
Okay.
It's an old-ass monastery, then. All right.
Sniven will check to see if this door is unlocked.
Okay, it is. In fact, it's slightly ajar.
What can we see on the other side, then? Without touching anything, what can we see?
Okay. Let's...
Two dead monks and whatever killed them.
You can see into the corridor. No, you see... there you go. It's just the corridor there, and there's another door.
Okay. Thaddeus? Would you like to press forward?
Do I have a sense from just, kind of general body sense of this, where we are in relationship to the upstairs? So this would be the main room behind us. Is this right by is that the corridor leading to what would be essentially where the staircase from the Lich's room went?
It should be right under the garden.
Right under the garden. Okay. Well, that could be the same spot.
You'd expect the stairway from the Lich's area to be sort of somewhere around here. So,
okay. All right.
Perhaps, if this was one room, or if this was multiple rooms, one of these would be directly under the Lich.
All right.
Well, actually, Sniven will slowly go forward, and he'll be trying to look for traps, and also trying to move quietly.
Okay, you roll stealth and perception, I guess, as well.
I'm just going to step through the door behind him. I'm not going to mess with his stealthiness, but I am going to be close enough to try to help if something goes wrong.
I'm holding Tim to my chest and patting him on the back as he sobs about the ogre's death.
Okay.
Thank you, Chakolth. I just got so emotional back there.
I know, man. You're a deep feeler. You are connected to people in ways that I don't really understand. And
it's the first time a member of my party has fallen and died in battle. I'll remember Jurth forever.
That's right. The bonds of the bonds that are forged in these harrowing situations are not something easily forgotten. I understand entirely.
And I'll be sure to put you out of your misery with my sword if you're mortally wounded too.
Thank you. That's all I can ask. That's all anyone can ask.
Okay, so I suppose if I don't see any traps or anything, then I'll just check to see if this other door is unlocked.
Can you give us a time stamp for the fight with Jurth?
What do you mean?
You know how you do a time in the chat for us?
Oh, I see. Sure. So, when was the last time we rested? You just rested, right? And then you just gone back in, and then you rescued him. So I guess we got up at I think it was midnight, and you went in at night, didn't you? Is that right?
Yep.
So I'd probably say moving all the people. We're probably looking at 3, 4 a.m.
Okay.
Would you agree?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so you can tell that this door has got an arcane lock on it again.
Okay. Cool. That means we're turning around. Okay, so that's the Lich's area. Let's not bother with it.
I wouldn't mind a look.
How are you going to get through it?
The door. Dispel the magic.
You know that both of those work. You can either dispel it or you can do what you did last time and just brute force it. It's still, like, it's just a normal door that you break. It's just harder to break because it's got a special lock on it.
I'm not sure that I want to incite the wrath of that fiend.
You don't want to know what unholy secrets in the basement of Moradin's shrine here? What might power this lich? Or what he might be hiding?
It's a risk, basically. Like, if he's down there right now and he sees us open it, he's just going to kill us instantly.
Maybe just say we didn't know.
All right.
Yeah.
He said, I mean, there's nothing to say. There's no sign on there. We haven't seen any. If we open the door and it's a lich's tomb and he's there, we're like, oops, sorry, wrong door. Didn't mean to be here. We, of course, will abide by our agreement with you. Close the door, leave.
Yeah, because if you're stupid and you don't realize that you're doing bad things, you're not culpable for them.
That's right. That's right. It works both ways.
Yeah. And never, ever does the stronger person just kill you with a sword.
There is some very strong plausible
Poor Tim.
deniability with opening a door that has nothing marked on it to see what's on the other side. And then if the other side is something that we're not supposed to be and being like, we're not supposed to be here, closing the door and leaving. It's very different than like rummaging around in there.
I think the arcane lock very clearly means this is Lich's
I'm
tomb.
over here at this point.
You make a compelling argument, though. I guess we could just say, "Oh, my bad," if you really want to. I could kind of see an argument either way.
Are there monk corpses in this corridor, by the way?
Nope.
So the monks, despite being running around scared, open this door somehow, this next door, presumably. Maybe we can just say it's simply that we're tracking down the monks. Part of what he tasked us with doing was clearing out the monastery.
Right. So that's hence why I'm like, that's why I'm kind of okay with it, is because you could kind of talk your way out of it.
Yeah, it's plausible
So, yeah,
deniability, not just like ineptitude.
That's fine. I could see an argument either way. What do other people feel about it?
I think Tim's voting with his feet.
Yeah, but
You guys can open that door. I'll stand behind you.
So Thaddeus, it's your choice.
oh, isn't that an abstain and 2 4s?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
So.
Oh, right, but we were going to give voting rights, extra voting rights to.
Right.
Oh, that's
right.
if you have a dissenting opinion and have an argument you want to present, that'd be no problem.
Nope. I'm inclined to say that it needs cleaned out, but maybe not by us.
Right.
And that's probably what great big mean paladins in Force do.
Okay. So master key, crowbar.
Well, we can maybe try the key we have first. Maybe the key works.
Oh, okay.
We have lots of keys.
I guess we could just go through the whole gamut of keys that we have.
Yeah, we'll go keys. Then we want to crowbar it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sniven will try all of the keys that he has.
What's the save against disintegrate?
None of the keys work.
I think it's reflex save.
Yep. I'm gonna stand in cover.
Does that mean every key that all of us have doesn't work, or only?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay. Then.
I presume you took them all and tried them all. So.
Yeah, and we also, by the way, we put them on that one keychain that one of them had. We put them on that, so they're all consolidated nicely now.
Okay.
Okay, Thaddeus, it's your time to shine again.
Wait, you expect me to do the breaking on this lock?
Moradin's holy crowbar, I suggest.
Yes, the crowbar, ideally.
Have you?
Since none of the keys work.
I asked Thaddeus as he walks by. I'll say, has that been blessed by your god? When he pulls out the crowbar again.
Don't mock me.
It's all right.
I barely tolerate your presence. Alright, I guess I will... maybe I could knock. Should I just knock?
No! Our whole plausible deniability rests on the case that we're tracking down wounded monks. You want to knock?
Well, wounded monks didn't lock themselves in this arcane door, did they?
Why not? They could. I mean, they clearly got through here. They clearly weren't hindered by this lock, so presumably they have the key to it, which probably means they can lock it on the other side. Why not?
But they're not arcane users.
But they clearly got through this arcane lock.
Right.
They aren't here. We could see the bloodstains.
Wait, do we see bloodstains?
Nope.
We assume that the guys that fled in here, and then the Lich killed them instantly.
Maybe. He was with us. We were chatting with him as that
died.
happened. Oh,
no. They came in here.
All right, Thaddeus, you got this or what?
Roll perception, Kevin. If you're going to try and do something with the door.
Oh shit! I think Stone's gonna back up. Also,
you just book it. You see Thaddeus looking around, and you book it.
As you take the crowbar out and walk towards the door, your eyes notice that it looks like someone has tried to get out of that room with force.
Yeah.
Failed.
I'm going to point that out to Chakolth and say, things are trying to get out of there with a great deal of enthusiasm. Are you sure that we want to go in?
Are you losing your courage, Thaddeus? Lost your faith?
Don't make me pound you like a spike.
Why don't you pound me like you pound that lock with the crowbar? Get to it. Snap, snap.
I'll hand him the crowbar.
I've got like one strength.
Enjoy yourself. I'll walk off.
Okay. I think Thaddeus vetoed this. That's fine.
All right.
I think Thaddeus vetoed this.
You think that was a veto?
Yeah.
All right. Is Thaddeus saying, I don't want you doing this to me, Thaddeus? I don't want you doing this? Or are you saying that I question the intelligence of this decision?
I'm saying that you're welcome to get yourself killed. I'm going.
Well, I feel like all the arguments are exactly the same as they were before. If this room in particular is a room we're not supposed to be in, until we know what's in there, we can't know we're not supposed to be in there. If things are trying to get out, but they haven't, well, I want going into that room. It's not like the door can secret. I mean, I suppose it could be one of these stupid magic door trap things that D&D has, where like the door eats you. But like, you know what I'm talking about? There's a creature that hides at the door. It's the worst fucking creature ever.
Well, no. If there's some horrible undead in there that's been clawing at the door, and the only thing that's kept it contained is the magic, and we bust the magic out of the door will no longer contain it. And
think about how you're busting that magic. You've been busting that magic by a small dwarf with a crowbar. You think the horrible undead who's been slamming his way out of that with presumably an eternity of time couldn't have managed the same thing?
Well, if it's holy or something, I don't know.
All right, so I guess what we need is a little bit more information about the lock and potentially the surroundings. We haven't seen any runes or descriptions on this side of this, correct?
Correct.
I'll ask Thaddeus then. Thaddeus, is there anything for you to assume, any reason for you to assume this is some sort of holy magic or other protective or guardian style ward on this door, or is this just an arcane lock?
I don't have information one way or the other.
Sniven, you want to have a look?
What? Like look for arcane stuff?
Do you have a detect magic you could use here?
No, I don't.
Do I have a detect magic we can use here? Does anyone in our party have a detect magic? Steve?
I have a detect magic. What do you think it's going to show you that the door is magical, though?
Yeah, it's going to say
well, but it tells you a flavor of magic. So if this is like a holy protective ward, or if this is an arcane lock, we're going to get that information.
Sniven.
Well, I'll start ritualing detect magic.
Hold on, Sniven, Tim. I believe the herald inside him is controlling him, and he has lost his reason. We perhaps need to drag him away from this because he is not being sensible or safe in any way and is trying to get us all killed. Listen to his babbling.
I chucked the crowbar at Thaddeus.
What's the opposition for persuasion?
Insight?
There really isn't one in 5th edition, basically. It's kind of just DM.
Yeah.
DM.
Alright, I'm persuaded.
Okay.
Oh, subduing Chakolth.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Alright.
roll to hit Kevin when you throw?
No,
it?
it's totally just okay. Frustrated, kind of like, what are these idiots still babbling about? So I toss the crowbar and I just kind of like walk out of the corridor. All right, I'll tell Sir Renwick that you guys are on board. It looks like we have a 6th party member, the ogre and the lich, and I'll come out with you guys.
There's lots of other places to explore.
I take a little aside with Sniv and I say, these guys aren't real good on understanding that people use words to manipulate, are they? Like, they just really haven't got that, have they? All right, let's not blow our big advantage. We'll use that later. I'll follow them out.
I'll collect my crowbar.
Yeah, for sure.
The master key.
My master key.
That's right.
All right, so heading.
Southwest area, I assume, is next.
The entire
up
time
there?
we're walking down, the rest of us, I'm filling
is this?
Thaddeus' head with terrible ideas. I'm like, probably the original inhabitants of this, the dwarven monks who were once part of this, they're probably trapped in that room and have been trying to get out for hundreds of years. I mean, probably the old abbess enslaved them and somehow is torturing them or feeding them to diabolical energies or demons or something like that, and they've just been trying to get out. And now we're walking our way and turning our back on them. I think there could probably be even the rest of the delegation, or maybe some children, or maybe children delegations, or ogre children with toys, or whatever it was that we're worried about. They could all be in there. And just the entire way we're going down this corridor.
Okay.
Tim,
Is this just a wall up here?
yeah,
Adam?
it's just a wall. Sort of meta. We know that it might be something different, but it's just a wall.
So are you all coming out of that doorway?
Yep.
Okay. Everyone roll perception as you walk past.
Which doorway are we rolling for?
We're checking to see if we notice that this is not just a wall, basically.
Oh, I wasn't sure which doorway. I wasn't asking what we were checking for.
This one
so-
here? You guys are going in here, right?
And you have advantage on your
Yep.
perception rolls, right?
Down here? You guys, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and this one up here as well. Which one? So which way did you guys go? Sorry.
We walked back the way we came. So we walked out of this room. Yep, exactly.
Right.
So I guess these rolls would be for the first one up there if you want, and then for this, we can do another roll, or do you want just one roll, or how do you want this?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Have you rolled that? So you did. You rolled 23.
I am rolling.
Remember,
Yep.
you roll an advantage on perception checks.
So that's the first one. Do you need a second one, you said?
No, that's okay. Okay. So you actually see a set of bars here as you walk past. There is a passage, a chain, and a padlock.
So the wall just like disappeared, and we see that, or like how did we not notice it before, and now we do notice it?
Yeah.
So it was just a wall when you went in, and then when you came out, it's just like this.
Okay. So something has changed in the meantime. Got it. All right.
So perhaps that lever reveals more than just opening that set of doors.
Yeah, it could be. You guys still want to check out the southwest portion and then come back? Or you want to do northwest now? I see no reason. I see no compelling argument for the other, but if you guys do.
I think southwest is good.
Sure.
Yeah, if the other thing is locked, then it's almost like a safe zone for now. Like we don't expect to be attacked from that direction yet.
Okay, so this piece here. A localized cave-in partially obstructs a disused mine tunnel. A heap of rubble stands 6 feet high and blocks a 10-foot-long section of this path. But you can definitely tell that the tunnel continues past the collapsed section.
What's the height of these? So you say it's 6 foot tall, but how much space is there in between the top of the rubble and the ceiling?
Maybe 1 or 2.
Okay. So like we could all get through crawling, or we wouldn't be able to fit.
I guess, yeah, tight squeeze, but you'd probably make it. You could just, dig it out of the way as well. That's like, it's not.
It's not like super dense rubble.
Yeah, it's not like, yeah, exactly. It's like, it's if you just word it together, you could move it out of the way, that kind of thing.
Is monsters... Can I take a look around or for any tracks of those hobgoblins anywhere? Like, is this like heavily traveled or disturbed, the area we're walking in?
Bugbears.
Bugbears, excuse me.
It's very heavily tracked. All of this area is heavily tracked, so it's very difficult to discern any sort of patterns of movement.
Are there near the cave-ins to the left, especially this one to the west? Is there tracks leading up to the cave-in? And if
So there's more this way,
could you
kind of
again,
in and
sorry?
out. So in and out of this area, there's
Okay.
more.
Okay.
And
If Sniven walks up to the rubble and tries to kind of climb up to it, if he looks through the open area up top, does he see anything other than just like more passage?
it's a very long tunnel.
Okay.
Like, it's an old mine shaft, maybe. Seems
Gotcha.
to go on for a very long time.
Gotcha. And there's no lights or anything down there, I'm assuming.
At the very end, it's a little bit, like very, very small, so it's quite far away.
I wonder if
And-
that's an exterior entrance.
Could be.
And does the cave-in look recent?
I can check that.
We can do that. If you want to roll, what do you think we'd use to roll for someone to decide a distance?
Perception. Are you talking like a distance and like in the distance, how far away is it?
Like how far away the light is that's either just saw.
I'd say perception.
Yeah, okay, you can do that as well if you want. Fine.
Or maybe intelligence, like if you're trying to do some sort
I
of
was thinking,
like investigation or something.
yeah, whichever one you want to use. Okay, so you don't know how far away the tunnel ends. Thaddeus, you can tell that it's probably within the last week.
That this cave-in occurred.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
probably
I'll share that information.
You know, it's not magical. It's probably just you think maybe an earthquake's caused this, and that's a bit strange around these areas.
Yeah, Adam, move towards your mic for a second. Your voice changed like mid-sentence.
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
No. Did it switch? Did Skype switch which mic you're using?
No. Can you hear me? Does it sound
You're
worse?
much more echoey, and we can hear a lot more background noise all of a sudden. And I don't know why. Like it was literally mid-sentence.
It's very strange. Let me just check.
Because we're now getting also we can hear the background conversation slightly.
Yeah, it's disconnected by plug-in mic.
That's weird. So it literally just like switched over to the other mic in your room. Check the plugins around your mic. Sometimes they can get bounced when you're moving them around if you're carrying that around. All right, so what do you guys think? As Adam's fixing his sound, where do you guys want to go? You want to? This looks like a southern passage as well as a western passage.
I don't know.
Probably check southern and then north of where the ogres were.
Okay, so we say north of where the ogres are. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that
Like
better?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem. All right, so we'll check down here. I don't know if you can see where I'm pinging.
If you hold shift and do it, it should maybe pull our view to you. Does that work? Or can I do that maybe?
I think only you.
Yeah.
I just tried
Yeah,
it.
never mind. Okay, yeah, sorry. I should have revealed that for you. That's just another little tunnel.
Okay.
Okay, so it's basically north of where the ogres were, and then maybe
Make a
an extra-
decision about the two options we've got
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna wander back to where we encountered our fifth party member and
Okay.
see if there's anything over there.
Basically, these tunnels are all the sort of same long, windy tunnels. They look like occasionally people might have done a bit of mining to gather stone for some sort of, construction purpose, but they're all very similar.
And I want to have a quick look around the room the ogre and Orogs are into. Is there any? Do they have any stashed treasure, for example?
Okay, want to do perception for that?
Sure, I'd love to do perception for that.
Okay, so rooting through the sleeping pallets, kind of like here, you find not too much that the Orogs had, but once you get to Jurth's pallet, you find a pouch underneath it, which contains 150 gold.
I tell Tim that I'm looking for any last wills and testaments, anything he might want to send his family or otherwise let someone know. But I'll add the 150 gold to the party.
Okay, you see like a strange note in really just garish writing that's just sort of got the word. It's kind of written like this.
Do we have a party loot, by the way?
And then there's like a little tally, and there's like 3 lines.
Tell me 4 lines for the 4 of us.
He didn't count you. He
Oh.
didn't count you. He could tell.
But I on this paper, I calmly take out a pencil and I cross out 2 of them.
Okay.
All right. What have we done with the gold so far? Check the party loot, and there wasn't anything in it. So I thought we were keeping track of our gold. Who's been doing the group stuff? Because we picked up a
If
bunch.
whoever picked it up just put it in their inventory, so I think you all just have different amounts of gold now.
Okay.
They're all over the place.
No,
I thought-
Oh, I
Yeah,
have
I
609 gold pieces right now. Is that for a reason?
Filthy, you were keeping track of all of it.
What's that?
Well, I thought Thaddeus was.
That's what I thought
No.
too.
Excellent.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
You see Tim's comment?
Brilliant. I like it. That's so good.
Right.
Oh, Steven.
All right, I'll put this 150 in. I kept track of the stuff that I found personally when I was.
Same here.
But I think when we searched as a group, I don't know what the hell we did with that group stuff. Okay, so we're gonna head up to this north door then.
And I'm gonna just throw it out here that I'm assuming this is also arcane locked, and this is just the same
Let's find out.
Lich tomb. Yeah.
We don't have
So
high
Sniven-
intelligence.
Do you want to roll
Sniven will-
Arcana?
Oh. Who me?
Whoever can.
Okay. Technically I can, but
I think only. Oh yeah, you and Steve are the only 2 who can.
yeah.
Tim spots that this is another arcane lock.
I assume
Seven.
the same arguments apply for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's a different door. There's no scratch marks. Anyone trying to get out?
No, as far as I'm concerned, this is not a thing that we should do. It's basically the northwest, like see if any of our keys unlock the padlock or go through the
Okay.
or we could just say we're done with this place and bring all the people back
No,
to
no.
town.
Let's go figure out what the hell is that. Oh, I guess that you think it's like. Are those stairs down behind that gate to the north?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd like to
Yep, down.
just learn a little bit more about this well here. I want to find out if that's fresh water, if it's deep, if it goes anywhere. Is there anything interesting about that well?
Okay.
Well,
Fetching water.
it's wet.
No, it's just a well. Gives fresh water. That's
Okay.
And is there an upstairs we haven't been to too?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
You mean like above the first floor of the
Yeah.
monastery? No.
Okay. So let's. We have that potentially our bugbear tracks to the west,
Right.
and that's about it. And we do want to know because they have potentially some of our party members. Do we try to get through that obstruction?
I feel like we should check. Like everything points to us going west, but I feel like we should check just first to see if any of our keys unlock the northwest thing, and basically just kind of cross it off as okay. We're not going to continue there, kind of a thing.
Okay. It's just the stairs going down have me worried because the Lich did warn us that
Right.
deep in the bowels of this are some shit that is really scary for a Lich, which is really really scary for us.
Right.
Okay. So we'll see if the keys work on the northwest then first.
I just sort of assume that we're just not going to go down there, and that we're not going to be able to.
Well, we'll find out.
We've got like a party of people upstairs. If
Yeah.
we're gonna go tracking down an abandoned mine shaft for hours, we might want to tend to
Well,
that first.
you've only been gone like an hour.
Yeah.
Out of
Right.
the 8.
And we gave them contingency plans. It's not like they're going to starve to death when they're up there. They can always eat the monks.
Okay. Who's trying the door?
7.
With the keys?
Well,
Yeah.
first just
Is it?
check for any traps first.
Yep. Do you want to use perception for that?
Sure. I should not be perception rolling, but
That's fine. Don't see anything dangerous.
okay. I'll just go through every key that we have to see if any of them unlocks it.
So you find that Carbo and Helenray had the same key, and it opens this door.
Okay, cool.
You want to go have a peek, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do.
call it a day? And
I think there's a spider. He's dead on the other side of it. Looks like he was trying to get out. Are you sure you want to risk it? This is a little
Okay.
spider, not a big one. Like you might find trapped between the windowsills, like he starved to death. No? Okay.
All right. So when the padlock is unlocked, the bars just like slide up or something, like they move out of the way, or like I don't understand how a door.
So
with iron
imagine a
bars.
door frame, and it's
Yeah.
got bars in it, and you can slide that frame.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Then if it slides out of the way, then yeah, sure. Sniven will stealthily look forward while looking for traps and peek down there.
Does anyone else go with him?
I think he's doing a little scouting, so I think he's asked. Have you asked us to stay behind, or you want us to come with you?
I don't think Sniven clarified, honestly.
Okay. So I would just assume that he's doing his scouting thing and expect him to return, or either I'll prepare. I'll be ready in case he comes back with hostiles. But
I'll come
Well-
down to the landing. I'm going to keep an eye on him.
All right.
Okay.
Sniven will just.
Worn
down
stone
the
steps descend and turn left. This is no mine tunnel. Thaddeus can immediately tell that this stonework is near perfect, despite its evident age of thousands and thousands of years. Are you going to keep going downstairs, Ali? All the way down, kind of thing?
I think so. Yeah. As stealthily as I can.
I guess we'll keep a landing behind him then. Are you coming too?
Oh gosh, this is terrifying.
But that's meta. Get out of here with this meta shit.
No, it's not meta because the Lich warned us about this.
Did he? Did he say? He said there's stuff beneath this monastery that are scary. It could be in
Yeah,
that locked
exactly.
room. For all we know.
No, the locked room is definitely the
Keep
Lich's
going.
tomb because we know that, and this is exactly the shit that the Lich warned us about. And none of that is meta.
Where did he warn us about this? I just remember he just said stuff was dangerous. I don't recall him saying the staircase was dangerous.
further,
He said
further
he said
deep.
he
We're
definitely
going
said there
down,
was
down,
something
down, down, down.
something powerful underneath that not even he was willing to go and fight yet.
Does Tim get any sort of heebie-jeebies?
Magical
Is there a
tingles.
roll for heebie-jeebies? Magical tingles?
Well, I think
Spider
so.
sense? Yeah.
We already,
you
that
can
one's
all
dead.
You can all roll perception if you like, so you get a sort of feel for the atmosphere as you're going further down the
Let me guess.
stairs.
It's Arcana for Tim, Perception for everyone else. As we watch Tim's arms for goosebumps.
No.
Wow, we're all pretty perceptive.
Good
I'm not
stat.
even roll.
So as you get down to this third landing down here, it like the whole sort of atmosphere of the air is changing. It's like very, very still. It doesn't feel like you're in a old abandoned mine anymore or a cave. Like this stonework is pristine. It looks like it's been forged by somebody methodically, carefully, perfectly in dwarven sort of standards.
But thousands
Kevin,
of years old.
Kevin, only Kevin knows this, but Kevin's character knows that it's thousands and thousands of years old. It might not be representative of Moradin, but it's representative of very old dwarven construction.
All right. Sniven will keep going until he sees something other than steps.
What's your run speed, Silo?
Same as everyone else's.
I doubt that.
We're all faster than Thaddeus. We're fine.
That's true.
It's good.
Right. Don't have to outrun the line. Just outrun
Thaddeus,
your
you need to
slowest
keep an eye
friend.
out. If he gets in his little list out again and crosses off another one, it's time to go.
Okay, give me 1 second. I just
Yep.
need to see next part. If you guys just talk for a sec, that'd be great.
Yeah, okay.
So Matt Colville just put out a video about like exactly what is metagaming and what isn't, and like basically there's a lot of shit that like your character would really know because they sort of live in this world. So like I don't think knowing that is the Lich's tomb and that this is where the Lich warned us about is metagaming in any way.
But I'm not sure it is. That's my point. Like, he did warn us about a portion of this monastery that was dangerous, but that's about all he said. He said, like, kind of deep underground. This is deeper.
No, he gave us two warnings. One was stay out of my area
His tomb,
because
right?
there are terrible things in there besides me, and there's my tomb. all in my area beneath my rooms.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we have a really clear warning that if we go in his area, there are both other undead and his wrath
Sure,
to be.
although we
Right.
do not know if that blacked out area by the 2 doors of the arcane locks is his area or not. The arcane locks makes us imply it's probably in that area, but we don't know that for a fact. And there's nothing that says this is my tomb area, right?
Right.
Well,
Like a
except
freestanding stand or something.
Okay.
except my dead reckoning from that smaller staircase is 5 blocks over, 6 blocks up. That puts us exactly where we would have been if we were in his bedroom.
Maybe.
Right.
What if that staircase goes down 3 levels instead of 1? Or slants off to the sides? We haven't seen down the staircase. You've just seen it is starting in that location and assuming kind of stacked geometry.
There's vastly more evidence to suggest that is the Lich's tomb than against it is sort of the point.
And I'm not trying to say you guys have already made that decision. I'm fine with
Right.
that, but I'm just saying that
Right.
I'm not so clear cut that is where it is, and we're not so clear cut about that one, which has better indicators than this one, which we have even less indicators about, which makes me even less clear cut about that.
I thought the Lich was very clear in that it was deeper, as in like you go down a whole bunch of levels, and that's where the scary shit is. And we're kind of doing that right now. We're going down a bunch of levels.
The only reason it isn't clear is because Chakolth has a vested interest in going where it's awful. Otherwise, it would be really
He's trying
clear.
desperately to get himself killed.
Awfully interesting, if that's what you're getting for. Yes.
All right,
Okay, Adam.
Okay, so you guys just keep going all the way. Like basically, you're descending down a large staircase.
Okay.
You're just going to keep going until you find something. Is that what you said?
Basically, unless we're gonna,
Okay.
unless it
So
takes
you-
like
You
forever.
descend about 250 feet down,
Okay.
like vertically, in sets of flights of stairs that are 20 to 30 feet across.
Go on.
The passage leads to a subterranean chasm spanned by a zigzagging 10-foot wide stone bridge that has no railings. The bridge links tunnels leading north and south. The chasm floor is 50 feet below the bridge and consists of a jumbled mass of boulders. To the west, the chasm narrows and continues for some distance.
So
Wow.
we went down 20 stories. We went down, and Chakolth is not worried that this is what the Lich warned us about.
He might have been talking about the center of the earth. I guess.
Okay, Chakolth, go walk over the bridge then, and,
No.
make sure that it's
I'm
not.
I'm not trying to lead us into danger or get us killed. I'm really, truly not.
Uh-huh.
But if we have the set of objectives of figuring out what the fuck's down here, cleansing the evil from this tomb, or from this monastery, avoiding the Lich's tomb, and we have a warning about some greater magic down there, right? I guess what I'm looking for is indicators of that. And I'm not sure, you can maybe argue the Lich ones are a little bit clearer with the arcane locks and the relative positioning. That's a solider argument for me than just deeper, right? There could be other shit deeper.
How about this? Through all of these steps that we've taken down, does there appear to have been any bugbear tracks of any kind whatsoever? Because
The floor
Go
looks very, very used, but like not recently.
Okay.
So it's very old and well made and used over the period of the thousands of years it's existed, but it doesn't look like many people have traversed this in recent times.
And
so
if I recall correctly, this monastery is a dwarven temple, essentially. This is a monastery dedicated to a god. And that's what it was founded or built as, right? And here we're in the stonework that's older and more in line with that original purpose. Why do we assume there's greater evil down here?
because the Lich told us specifically.
We also read the description of how it was
note.
founded on top of a temple where
I'd
there was a
forgotten
big
about
guy with a super weapon,
Right.
which
Yeah.
Tim, in character, recognizes this looks exactly like.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a better. If there was a friggin' description in a picture and this looks like that, that's a lot more evidence to me that we might have found that spot.
Okay. Even if we decide we should investigate this,
First
we're
we need the
vastly more
delegation.
likely. Right. Exactly.
Sure.
Okay, so
if we have good, and that's what I was looking for, a good indication that we're where we think we are, as opposed to just something that is similar and looking like it, but isn't that thing. Okay.
Okay.
It recognizes this from the note that was read, the book that was read.
All right. Cool.
So back up.
Yep. But it is that time again. We're going to cut the part here. So thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.